Me do again. మనం చేస్తాము ఎన్నో పంట I need to divide again. Okay, for you I will do. So this is my screen and I divided into two parts. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just imagine I have two elements, okay, two screens. One screen width is this is the 100% as a single part. So this is the second screen width, same width, but divided into 12 equal parts. Okay, I just divided into 12 equal parts. Now, if I want to keep some image, I want an image at the part of 8th. Here I want in this place. In the sense, I was just mentioning part number, but I want here. So if I want to create a box here like this, so which will be easy? With in the divided screen it will be easy, or in the single screen it will be easy? Why? Because here you don't need to deal with the whole 100% width. You need to deal only with this particular space, right? So if I equally divide it into 12 parts and I need to deal with that particular part. Okay, so that's what material UIs or Bootstrap is giving us the advantage. Here my Bootstrap is dividing into 12 parts. If you go with material UI, 24 parts. Each and every material UI take their own dividends. So and UI, it will take 46 parts. That means it will divide screen into 46. If you see how many parts my screen is more divided, that much easy for us, right? So if I have 10 parts, okay, 10 I can divide easily. If I have 20 parts also, it is easy only because less space. Less space also I can easily occupy, and I can tell the particular part I want my element, which element I need. So that is what the advantage of using this my Bootstrap. So what is my Bootstrap is doing? It was just dividing my screen into the equal parts of 12 equal parts and giving us the privilege to access that 12 parts. So how it will be is, so for example, if you come here to the here, so they are mentioning like, if you see there is a container, they use the call, right? So just imagine like, let me create a new div. Okay, and within this I want to create a what we say elements. Okay, div dot class I will give like call. Call is the class I want to give. Okay, so now also I'll give class like padding. I'll give some or else border or else bg info p3. Now if you see what is the output I got. So if I just make it correct screen, I'll do. Now tell me what is the what all the properties I got to this element. Tell me property wise. What are the properties I got here? First thing, I got a background, I got the padding, also I got a margin. But I want this in a single line. What we can do? Usually, as per if you want to make them in a single line, what you people will do? Flex you will do. So instead of flex directly, I have a one more property class here I have called as a row. I want them in a single row, so I can directly give row. So as soon as I give row, see what happened. Each column is divided equally or not? Did I ever anywhere mention I want each column to be divided equally? Or did I given width? I was mentioned here. If you see call, so what is this call will do? Call is nothing but call Excel. It was added in Bootstrap 4. So when you give call to any element, you are mentioning that same auto what will do, my call also will do. But if you see, I'm getting a margin overflow here, horizontal scroll. Why? Because by default, whenever you use a row will have a margin. So if you just inspect the properties of the row, whatever the properties that are assigned to that particular class, okay. So row is the class, right? Where is it? Here. So if you see, what are the properties they given? See, margin top, margin calculating based on the gutter x, gutter y, as I said you, based on the width. So they given margin this one. So I can give like, see, flex they already given, flex wrap they given. That's why my elements are wrapped within it and using the flex. So now using the call, what is this call is doing? See, flex 100%. Flex 1 it is making for each and every child. That is what my call is doing, right? So now if I just remove the margin to my row, I don't want margin to my row. So don't ever worry about why I was getting overflow when I'm using row, because row by default have a margin. If you are using any within the element, it will not affect, that margin is not going to affect you. But if you are using the outside of element, that means directly to the body, definitely it will create a scroll bar to that body. Got it? So if you see, is there any scroll now? No. But my elements are clearly divided or not? I didn't write any single line of CSS here. Just by adding the class name, I got my layout is divided. For example, now we will do the same execution like what we did yesterday, like each and every device different width. Okay. Like the first element, call in the sense, simply to say it is for the access device and default. For example, if it is a small device, I want this element to take how many parts in the if there is 10 parts, I want to take 4 parts. Okay, or else to leave about 10. Total, how many parts my screen is divided now? 12 parts. Just remember that 12 and divide it. So that 12 parts, I want this element to take, first element to take in the small device I'm talking about, 4 parts. Okay, so I'll give like call SM4. What it means? Each column, small device, 4 parts. Okay, next, which device? MD, medium. How many parts? Let us divide it to 6. Is it fine? Let us divide into 6. Next, large. Call LG 2.
Shares in LG display company fell to $5 and 5 cents today, down 5 cents.
So you need to remember one thing is, okay, let me clear this up, then you will know. So call LG 2. Next, call XL, I want this element to be 3. Okay. Call double XL, I want this element to be, let us give 2. 2. Okay. Now, copy the, let me duplicate it. How many? 5, 6, 5 are 6 I give created. 6. Now if you see, if it is a small device, I was telling this element to take 4 parts. In that case, each row, how many elements I will get? Huh? Nira, each row, how many elements I will get? I have 12 parts and each element is taking 4 parts. How many elements I'll get in a row? 3 లేకపోతే 4 లేకపోతే 48 సార్ చెప్పినట్టు. How many elements? Basic mathematics ra. 12 minus each part is 4. Okay, my total width is 12. How many parts I can give? 4 3s are 12 ra. 3 parts, 3 elements I'll get in a row. Come on. That's what basic mathematics. Yeah. Okay, so for example, in the medium device, I was telling to take 6 parts. So in that case, each row, how many elements I'll get? Same thing with the large. How many elements I'll get in a row? Each element is taking 2 parts. 6 elements. In the large, okay, we did some mistake. Excel. Found. Thank you. Totally 6 elements. So like this, I have 6 elements, but I was telling in which device, how many elements I need in a row. Okay. So now if I go to the browser, so I was getting margin. Okay, row. So every time you don't need to go and write the class. Margin also I can simply give m-0. What it means? What it is doing, m-0, what it added? Margin 0. M2, if I have given M2, what is M2 is doing? Somewhere it is. Where? Margin 0.5 rem. That means how many px? 8 px. Sharp. Okay. So now if you see, I mentioned like which device I was accessing now. I was accessing double XL, extra large. So if you see, I have all the properties are there or not? MD, SM, call, LG, XL. But which is getting applied? Double XL. That means I'm giving this in the double XL view. So let us check what we given for double XL. So I mentioned like double XL will be 2. 2 I mentioned. Okay, that means I need 6 parts it should get, right? But why I am getting only 5 parts? Why I was getting 5 parts? I'll give chocolate for you, fortune. Margin, as I already mentioned you, my screen width is 100%. My screen. So if my screen width is 100%, when I divide into how many parts it may be, that even the division is with margin only. If you give margin, for example, if you see, when I give call double XL2, I was telling each one to take width of 16.666%. Let me copy it and let me open calculator. Where is my calculator? Calculator. So 16.667%, right? So how many parts I was given there? 16.667. Let me give. Let me clear it off. 16.66. Let's do this like this. So into 99.96. So margin each element, how much I given? Left and right. 8 px. That means left 8, right 8 px. So 16 px. 16 into how many elements? 16 into 6, right? Plus 16 into 6. How much? 195.96 px. So along with my 100%, how much extra I was adding? Sorry, not like this. So 99%, that means 100%, within the 100% width, I was got 99%. So 16 into 6, how much? Extra 96 px I was adding for margin. So that is where my 96 px gone. So now As flex graph, what it will do? Even if I don't have a single px value, flex graph, it will kick that element to the next line, right? It will tell you don't have the complete space here, so go to the next line. For example, just I'll remove one class here, that is nothing but margin, right? So m I'll make m to 0. Now if you see, all my elements are in a single line or not? So if I just remove background, then you will know. Oh, border is not there. We didn't give any border. Okay. Okay. So now if you see, my elements all are there in the same line, but why I was, as I given the same background, so it was getting. So let me give like this. I'll make change alternative elements. See, I have my elements or not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So as my double Excel rule is working or not? In the 12 parts, each element is taking 2 parts. So now let's shift to other device now. Let me go to iPhone XR. So XR in the sense on which device it will come? Mobile, right? 4.5px means which device? Let's check this element, which class is getting applied. Is there any class is getting applied? Column class I'm asking. No. Why? Can anybody tell me why there is no class? For example, if I go to the tablet, see, this class is applying like this. What we say? Column D6 is applying. But if you go with the mobile, I was not getting any class. Can anybody tell me why? Because if you see the documentation already in the Bootstrap, I clearly mentioned my breakpoints less than 576 will be none. There will be no class. It will fall automatically under the excess extra small divide. So that's the reason when I go with the which device? Mobile device, as it's less than 425, which is less than 558, 576 px, right? So that's why it was taking automatically default values like default flex for this element. What it will take? BG info it will take, because background, that is common. It doesn't depend on device. So what else it will take? Padding it will take, and margin it will take. Margin we remove. So padding and background is getting applied. And also for the row, already we applied. These properties are applied. Got it? So, but if I go to the tablet, so tablet, it was taking call MD6. That was I was mentioning. Each element should take 2 parts, right? So it was taken as 2 parts, but it should. Where are my remaining elements? Only 2 are visible. Okay, the elements are there, but the padding, you can see colors. So let me do one thing. And 2px is more, it is effective. So that's the disadvantage of using layout system also. Why? And there is advantage, because see, you can easily know if it is overflowing. You can easily know whether it is taking more width or not, because each element I was telling call MD6. That means how much width each element will take. How much width each element will take. If the width is 100% is 12 parts, if I take call MD6 to each element, how much width it will take? How much percentage width? 50%, idiots. See, it was taking width of 50%. So if it is taking 50%, I added 4px of gap margin or something to it. 50% plus 4px for each element. So automatically 1px more than 100%. Automatically it will break down. So that's how my elements is working. Okay. So for row, let me remove this graph. So let's check with the other devices. So next we'll go with the tablet is done, large, right? See now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's see which one it is applying. Large. We given as, what is the LG? 2 only we given for LG, right? 2 parts. So 6, 1 coming in the same line. Large. Let me get it down. Tablet large. It is extra large. Extra large, how much we given? Excel 3, right? 3 we given. Okay. So in that case, each line should have how many? 4. But how many you are getting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 you are getting. Why? Okay, double XL, double extra is getting applied, not XL. Okay, because 1400 is more than 1400 px it went. Now LG is applying. Where is extra large is applying? Now extra large is applying. XL 3. Each one is taking 3 parts. 3, 3, 6. 6 plus 3, 9. 9 plus 3, 12. Again 3, 3. So see how easily I was dividing. Before I need to give width and flex everything. Now just by, if you see, not even a single line of class CSS we written. Even if I delete this, my output will be same. Right? See, still my output is same. We didn't written even a single line of CSS, but still I was getting this type of layout. How? Simply by using the classes. Same way you will have the classes for everything. So if you see tables, see tables also already there. Which type of table you want? Colorful table, any table you want. Directly you can get by forms. See forms you have, helpers, components, see buttons also. Buttons also types, different type colors of buttons, and also small button or big button, size of buttons. This all can be handled by using this ready-made codes. That is nothing but Bootstrap. Okay, so this is how you can create the layouts or websites very easily by using these third-party libraries like Bootstrap or Material UI. So that's why every developer will use Material UI. Why? The work will be done. If I want to create the same layout, how much time it will take for us? If I didn't explain, if I want to create without explaining, it will take some time. I need to create a parent. I need to declare the child. Then I need to tell parent says I need to write, child says I need to write, also color says I need to write, border says this all I need to write. But these all are already written. If I use them just by classes quickly, if I didn't explain you, I can make it in just 10 to 15 seconds, not in 10 seconds, I can create it. Easily we can create, right? So that is how my Bootstrap works. So what you do today is try to go through the Bootstrap documentation and try to do your project using this. It will not take much time. Before you are writing by yourself, so it is taking more time to do it. But now try to execute your project, same project what you have, whoever completed, try to do it with using the Bootstrap. Whoever not completed, do in HTML, complete it, and then do in Bootstrap. Because if you use Bootstrap, you will forget the basic classes, how to create layout properties and all, CSS. So don't directly jump into Bootstrap. Whoever completed, they only shift to the Bootstrap and create the same layout again. Whoever not completed, use the HTML, CSS and complete it. Clear? Anybody have any doubts? అర్థమైందా మేడం? అర్థమైందా? డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయేమన్నా అడుగు, పర్లేదు అడగండి. ఎనీ డౌట్స్? అర్థ ఆಗಿದೆ మేడం? పురిందా? పురిలా? And whatever. I'll tell. So online people, anybody have any doubts? No meeting at all. So I was recording. Okay, so that's what about today's session. Okay, I'll just explain it clearly. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask. Okay.